My beloved child. There is something unusual about this moment. Something quiet. Something hidden. Something that has been waiting for the right time to reach you. And if this message has found you today, then there may be a reason far greater than coincidence. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Right now, while you are listening, there is an energy surrounding a connection that has not fully spoken its truth. A connection that may have been silent on the outside but incredibly loud on the inside. What if I told you that the message you have been waiting to hear was never completely absent? What if the heart of your person has been carrying words that never reached their lips? And what if those words are closer to you than ever before? Take a deep breath and listen carefully. Because this is where the story begins. For a long time, you may have wondered what was happening behind the scenes. You may have questioned the silence. You may have questioned the distance. You may have even questioned whether your importance in this person's life was as great as you once believed. Yet there is something remarkable being revealed. The heart does not forget what truly matters. The heart remembers moments. The heart remembers feelings. The heart remembers the people who left a lasting mark upon it. And according to the energy surrounding this connection, your person has been reflecting far more than you realize. Not once. Not twice. But repeatedly. There have been moments when something reminded them of you unexpectedly. A familiar song. A familiar place. A familiar memory. A simple detail that seemed ordinary to everyone else but carried extraordinary meaning for them. And every time it happened, a thought appeared. A thought connected to you. Now listen carefully because this next part is important. The message from their heart is not necessarily about dramatic actions. It is not necessarily about grand speeches. It is not necessarily about perfect timing. It is about realization. A realization that has been growing stronger. A realization that certain connections cannot easily be replaced. A realization that some people leave footprints upon the heart that time struggles to erase. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the message becomes even more powerful from here. There appears to be a shift taking place. Slowly. Quietly. Almost invisibly. Yet powerfully. Your person may be beginning to understand something they did not fully understand before. The value of your presence. The impact of your energy. The comfort that came from simply knowing you existed in their world. Sometimes people only recognize significance after stepping back far enough to see the whole picture. And that may be exactly what is happening now. While you have been focused on your own journey, your own growth, your own challenges, another story has been unfolding behind the curtain. A story of reflection. A story of realization. A story of understanding. And every chapter of that story seems to point back toward one thing. You. Not because you are perfect. Not because life is perfect. But because certain connections create an imprint that remains. Even during silence. Even during distance. Even during uncertainty. Now here comes the surprising revelation. The strongest message from your person's heart may not be what you expect. It may not be, "I miss you." It may not be, "I think about you." It may not even be, "I want to talk." The strongest message may be much deeper. It may simply be this: "You mattered more than I realized." Pause and think about that. Because those words carry tremendous weight. When someone reaches that realization, everything begins to change. Perspectives change. Priorities change. Understanding changes. And sometimes, the future changes as well. There is a reason you are hearing this today. A reason this message is arriving now. Because the energy around this connection suggests that important truths are moving closer to the surface. Truths that can no longer remain hidden forever. Truths that have been waiting patiently for their moment. And that moment may be approaching faster than expected. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this message continues, imagine a door slowly opening. Not suddenly. Not dramatically. But steadily. Behind that door exists everything that has remained unspoken. Every thought. Every realization. Every feeling that never found the right words. And as that door opens wider, one thing becomes increasingly clear. Your story with this person may not be as unfinished as it once seemed. There is movement. There is reflection. There is growth. And most importantly, there is awareness. Awareness has a remarkable way of changing everything. Because once a heart truly sees something, it cannot unsee it. Once a heart truly understands something, it cannot unknow it. And once a heart truly values something, it becomes difficult to ignore. So as you continue listening, remember this. The message from your person's heart is not arriving through noise. It is arriving through realization. It is arriving through understanding. It is arriving through a deeper awareness of what this connection has meant. And before this part ends, there is one final revelation. The heart often speaks long before actions appear. The heart often understands long before words are spoken. The heart often prepares the path before anyone realizes a new chapter is about to begin. So if you have been wondering whether something meaningful has been happening beneath the surface, the answer may be far more powerful than you imagined. Because somewhere within your person's heart, a message has been growing stronger. A message that refuses to disappear. A message that keeps returning. A message that continues to whisper the same truth. And that truth is connected to you. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part reveals what this growing realization could mean for the future of this connection. Here's part 2. Writing, variant equals, document, ID equals, 58471, there is a reason you are still here. There is a reason this message continues to unfold. Because what comes next may reveal something that few people ever stop long enough to understand. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The message from your person's heart is becoming clearer now. At first, it was only a feeling. Then it became a thought. Then it became a realization. But now, it is becoming something much more powerful. It is becoming impossible to ignore. Imagine someone standing in a room filled with noise. Voices everywhere. Distractions everywhere. Endless things demanding attention. Yet despite all of it, one thought keeps returning. One memory keeps returning. One person keeps returning. That is the energy surrounding this message. No matter how busy life becomes. No matter how many responsibilities appear. No matter how many directions they are pulled. Something keeps leading their thoughts back to you. And this is where the story becomes truly surprising. Because the heart often reveals its deepest truths during ordinary moments. Not during dramatic events. Not during grand occasions. But during quiet moments when there is nowhere left to hide from honesty. And lately, those moments seem to be increasing. The silence has been speaking. The memories have been speaking. The connection itself has been speaking. And little by little, your person may be hearing what they were once unable to hear. Listen carefully. Because this next revelation matters. There appears to be a growing awareness that some connections are rare. Not every connection creates peace. Not every connection creates comfort. Not every connection leaves a lasting impression. But certain connections do. Certain connections remain unforgettable. Certain connections continue to shine even after distance, time, and uncertainty attempt to dim them. And according to the energy surrounding this message, your connection may be one of those rare connections. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine a book that was never completely finished. A story that paused before the final chapter was written. A conversation that ended before every word was spoken. That is the feeling surrounding this connection. Not because something is missing, but because something still remains possible. And possibility is powerful. Possibility keeps doors open. Possibility keeps hope alive. Possibility keeps hearts listening. Your person's heart appears to be listening more closely than ever before. Listening to memories. Listening to emotions. Listening to truths that once seemed easy to ignore. And every answer seems to point in the same direction. Back toward you. Now here comes the moment that may surprise many people. The message from their heart is not centered around regret. It is centered around appreciation. A deeper appreciation than before. An appreciation for conversations. An appreciation for moments. An appreciation for your energy. An appreciation for the role you played in their journey. Sometimes people do not fully understand the value of a connection until they step back and see it from a distance. And when that understanding arrives, it changes everything. Suddenly small moments become important. Suddenly forgotten memories become meaningful. Suddenly ordinary experiences become unforgettable treasures. That may be exactly what is happening now. There is a growing recognition that what was shared carried more meaning than originally understood. And when that realization enters the heart, it creates movement. Not rushed movement. Not chaotic movement. Meaningful movement. The kind that begins quietly but eventually changes everything. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because another revelation is appearing. Your person's heart may be moving through a season of clarity. Things that once seemed confusing are becoming clearer. Things that once seemed uncertain are becoming easier to understand. And within that clarity, one truth keeps standing out. The connection with you mattered. Perhaps more than either of you fully realized at the time. Think about that. How many people pass through life without leaving a lasting impact? How many moments disappear forever? How many connections fade without a trace? Yet this connection continues to remain present. It continues to return. It continues to occupy space within the heart. That is not something ordinary. That is not something easily explained away. That is something worth paying attention to. And there is another reason you were meant to hear this today. Because the strongest transformations often begin before anyone can see them. A seed grows underground before anyone notices. A sunrise begins before the first light appears. A new chapter starts before the page is turned. And right now, there are signs that something is quietly preparing itself beneath the surface. Something meaningful. Something significant. Something that may eventually bring greater understanding to this connection. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this part comes to a close, remember one important truth. The heart does not continue carrying a message without reason. The heart does not continue returning to the same thought without reason. The heart does not continue protecting a memory without reason. And the message coming from your person's heart appears stronger than ever. It says that your presence mattered. Your energy mattered. Your connection mattered. And the realization of that truth continues to grow. The next part reveals the surprising shift that may be happening behind the scenes right now, and why it could be more important than anyone expected. Writing, variant equals, document, ID equals, 62854, a remarkable shift is taking place. Not where everyone can see it. Not where everyone can understand it. But in the quiet space where true realizations are born. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There are moments in life when a person suddenly begins connecting pieces they never connected before. Pieces that seemed unrelated. Moments that seemed ordinary. Memories that seemed small. Then one day, everything aligns. And they finally understand the bigger picture. That is the energy surrounding your person right now. The message from their heart is evolving. What began as a simple thought has become something much deeper. A realization. A recognition. A truth that keeps returning no matter how many times they try to focus elsewhere. And here is what makes this so surprising. The realization is not coming from outside influences. It is not coming from other people. It is not coming from circumstances. It is coming directly from within. The heart is speaking. And when the heart speaks clearly, it becomes impossible to ignore. Think about that for a moment. There are many things people can distract themselves with. Work, responsibilities, daily routines, endless activities. Yet despite all of that, certain thoughts continue finding their way back. Certain memories continue resurfacing. Certain people continue occupying space within the heart. And according to this message, you are one of those people. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Now imagine standing at the edge of a beautiful view. At first, you only see a small portion of it. But with every step forward, more becomes visible. More details appear. More understanding arrives. More clarity emerges. That is exactly what appears to be happening. Your person is seeing this connection from a different perspective than before. A wider perspective. A deeper perspective. A more honest perspective. And that perspective is revealing things they may never have fully understood. The value of shared moments. The importance of shared memories. The impact of shared energy. Sometimes the most meaningful people in our lives are not recognized immediately. Sometimes understanding arrives later. Sometimes appreciation grows with time. And when it does, it often becomes stronger than anyone expected. This brings us to one of the biggest revelations yet. The message from your person's heart suggests that they are beginning to recognize how rare genuine connections truly are. Rare connections cannot be forced. Rare connections cannot be manufactured. Rare connections cannot simply be replaced. They carry something unique. Something unforgettable. Something that continues existing even when circumstances change. And that realization appears to be growing stronger every day. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because there is another layer to this story. A layer that few people ever talk about. The heart remembers how someone made it feel. Long after conversations end. Long after situations change. Long after time passes. Feelings leave impressions. And impressions leave memories. Those memories become part of a person's journey. The message coming through suggests that your person continues carrying certain memories with unusual clarity. Moments that still feel alive. Moments that still feel meaningful. Moments that continue creating emotion. That alone says something important. Because people do not hold on to meaningful memories without reason. There is significance there. There is value there. There is meaning there. And meaning has a way of drawing attention back to itself. Now listen carefully. Because what comes next may be the most powerful revelation so far. The heart does not only remember. The heart compares. It quietly compares present experiences with past experiences. It compares feelings. It compares energy. It compares connections. And sometimes those comparisons lead to extraordinary realizations. Realizations that make someone pause. Realizations that make someone reflect. Realizations that make someone see things differently than before. The message suggests that your person may be moving through exactly that kind of realization. One that is impossible to rush. One that cannot be forced. One that must unfold naturally. Yet once it arrives, it changes everything. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this realization grows, another interesting shift appears. There is increasing clarity surrounding what truly matters. The noise is becoming quieter. The distractions are becoming less important. The heart is becoming more honest. And honesty creates breakthroughs. When people become honest with themselves, hidden truths emerge. Forgotten feelings emerge. Unspoken thoughts emerge. And suddenly, what seemed unclear begins making perfect sense. That may be exactly what is happening behind the scenes right now. A quiet breakthrough. A silent awakening. A deeper understanding. Not because anyone demanded it. Not because anyone forced it. But because truth naturally rises to the surface. And the truth surrounding this connection appears stronger than ever. Now before this part ends, there is one final revelation. The strongest messages do not arrive with noise. They arrive with certainty. A calm certainty. A steady certainty. A certainty that continues growing stronger over time. The message from your person's heart carries that kind of energy. An energy that says something important is being understood. Something valuable is being recognized. Something meaningful is being remembered. And every sign suggests that this understanding is still growing. Do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because in the next part, the hidden meaning behind this growing realization begins to reveal itself, and what it could mean for the next chapter of this extraordinary connection.